Lost in the shuffle of Toronto Maple Leafs news, we have ourselves a scoop from the Vancouver Canucks. Because it turns out, Allvin and co. have been watching the World Championships as they have just signed Team Latvia's hitting machine, Anri Ravinskis. He is signed to a 2-year entry-level contract which will start in 2025-2026. Big congrats over to Anri over here, but let's go out there and read the Vancouver Canucks post on their website to dive into what it is Ravinskis is as a player, and then we'll dive into some of the other things that folks have been talking about. Honestly, the moment I saw this signing and the moment I kind of reviewed the tape here, I don't say this ironically, but I feel like Henri Ravinskis would be the perfect Rick Tocchet hockey type of guy. Unfortunately, Rick Tocchet is no longer in Vancouver. But let's scroll down and read what the Canucks went out there and talked about. Vancouver Canucks GM Patrik Allvin announced today the club has agreed to terms with forward Henri Ravinskis on a 2-year ELC starting in 25-26. Henri is a player our group has been watching closely this year in Finland and more recently at the World Championships in Sweden, said Allvin. Finding European free agents like Henri is a good way for our organization to improve its depth. We like his size and body type and look forward to helping him refine his skills and get used to the North American pro game. Ravinskis, 22, recently completed his second professional season playing in Finland, split between Kettera in the Mestis and HPK Hämeenlinna in the Liga. He registered 21 points and 10 penalty minutes in 23 games with Kettera and 17 points and 14 penalty minutes in 27 games with HPK. He also suited up for 3 playoff games for HPK. In 68 games across 2 seasons with Kettera, the 6'3", 201-pound forward recorded 51 points, 38 penalty minutes, and a +13 rating. He appeared in 16 playoff games for Kettera, posting 10 points and 8 penalty minutes with a +7 ± rating, winning a silver medal at the conclusion of the postseason. Prior to his time in Finland, Ravinskis suited up for the Blainville-Boisbriand Armada in the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League, recording 54 points in 98 games across 2 seasons. In 10 playoff games with Armada, he had 4 points and 6 penalty minutes. A native of Riga, Latvia, Ravinskis has represented his country on numerous occasions, including at the 2021 U18s, where he was named a top 3 player on the team. The 2021 Division I Group A World Junior Hockey Championships, the 2022 and 2023 World Junior Hockey Championships, and the 2025 World Championships. So that is a nice holistic view as to Henri Ravinskis and where he has been, but if you go over to his elite prospects, you will see a lot of the same info. 22 years old, 6'3", 201, a left-handed winger, signed on till the end of 26-27 on a 2-year ELC. Ravinskis played a pretty reasonable amount of hockey this year with HPK in the top Finnish league. And it's interesting because none of this production here kind of stands out as super amazing, fantastic production. I mean, half a point a game in the QMJHL as a 20-year-old, that's not great in particular, but he was also half a point a game at the World Juniors. So that is good for him. Heading over to Finland and playing for Kettera in the Mestis League, he was a very good player there this previous season, point-per-game guy, which is what allowed him to play for HPK Hämeenlinna in the Liga, where he had 17 points in 27 games. That's not bad in the slightest. For a first-year rookie to step into the Finnish Liga and produce at that rate, you could definitely do worse if you're a first-year player. He also has 2 points in 7 games for Team Latvia so far at the World Championships, and as we have noted, this guy has been a physical force. He has been hitting everything that moves. He always finishes his check, and he plays with pace. This is a guy whom, if you watch his overall level of play, I feel like there is a Rick Tocchet-styled hockey player in this profile, not to mention the fact that he went on a pretty good point streak in the months of February and March this season with HPK, where he was in the 16-15 minutes time on ice per game range. That certainly helped him get some of that confidence up. Let's go over onto Twitter and read some of the extra reports here. This is what Dave Hall went out there and said. You have to think that Anri Ravinskis' stint at the World Championships, particularly against Canada, impressed the hell out of scouts. He was hitting everything that moved. And I'll leave a link in the description to this video if you wanted to just see Ravinskis' body checking capabilities. The guy is a total wrecking ball. The Latvian wrecking ball, we can say in the title of this video. Looks consistent. Is he a D, left wing, right wing, the second coming of Ronald's Cannons? He's kind of like a Kiefer Sherwood. I like that. The Latvian Kiefer Sherwood. Okay, we're going to hold off on that. Sherwood was a near 20-goal guy, so we're just going to hold off. Did he get 20 goals, or did he get like 17 or something? I just got to fact check my numbers over here. Kiefer Sherwood had 19. Okay, almost 20 goals. I was right. Jabo Vancouver went out there and posted this. My knowledge of Anri goes back of about 10 minutes. Here's the only breakdown I could find from a few years ago. At 6'3", he is intriguing at least. Bring him over to Abbey and see what he could do. This is a scouting report of Ravinskis from a few years ago. He is a lanky left shot winger with some offensive touch. He stood out as one of Latvia's most gifted offensive wingers throughout the tournament. He was on the second line, creating offense both in transition and half-ice situations. Ravinskis has quick hands and a high IQ in traffic that allows him to dance around defenders with quick moves. He also played on the top power play unit on the half wall, where he is looking for one-timers and wrist shots. He scored a really nice goal that kind of demonstrated a little bit of what his game is all about on one rush. He cut in with patience as the high man trailing the play to add another layer to the attack. Yet once he saw the shot go on net, he beelined to the front looking for a rebound. He found it and with quick hands at top speed, curled the puck out of the goalie's pads and shot it into the empty net. Really quick hands at top speed. He for sure is a shoot-first kind of player, but he can pass as well with decent vision. Where he ran into problems was with the puck in his own end, as he was looking for a home run play each time instead of making smart plays. He has a high IQ, he just gets a little too solo creative at times. When he plays with it himself, he is an excellent triggerman from the wing. Ravinskis plays hard, shift to shift, and has a decent motor. He needs to engage physically more for his size, but he mainly uses it to defend the puck offensively. He is a strong skater with a lanky stride, and he'll need to improve his foot speed as he does take a little while to get going. His edge work is strong and allows him to play in tight spaces while remaining a hard target to hit. He projects as a potential middle six winger that would be best playing with a talented playmaker. He's a few years away still, as he needs to get stronger and work on his defensive game without the puck and checking abilities man on man. So it's interesting, because this scouting report, Jabo says it's from a few years ago, but the report itself says that Ravinskis was 21 at the time. Now Ravinskis is 22, so it does seem like within the span of about a year, this guy totally improved his physical edge and his pace. He is now charging into guys, not taking any charging penalties, but he is hitting everything, and he's finishing his checks very consistently in the World Championship so far. I guess he might have read this scouting report. Oh yeah, I gotta start hitting more? Okay, I'll start hitting more. I'll show you what I can do. That's a very interesting way to put it. And I like the progression that we are seeing out of Ravinskis, especially since he does have hands, he has an offensive IQ, and he does have a shooting ability that is quite noteworthy too. The Vancouver Canucks have signed themselves the Latvian wrecking ball to a 2-year deal, and I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about it all. Henri Ravinskis, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.